come along to Incisive Media's 2011 International Fund and Product Awards here in Golden Square, London, to get the views of some of the top providers of the offshore sector. Offshore financial planning is a key area for business development. So what are the specific opportunities for IFAs in the offshore sector? Let's ask the winners where the potential lies for IFAs with offshore clients and what key factors you should be looking out for that will make a big impact for your business.
I think there's a number of opportunities for clients looking for offshore products and services at the moment. The biggest one is CureOps. Seems to be getting a lot of press, a lot of good opportunities for the IFAs to work in that business offshore.
Pensions. Transferring pensions into offshore schemes called CureOps is an excellent opportunity both to add value to the client and to make the client's investments more flexible. For clients with larger pension funds, transferring to a CureOps can take out the lifetime allowance charge. It can save unnecessary UK tax.
In the UK, post the Retail Distribution Review, which starts in 2013, I believe most IFAs will concentrate on those high net worth individuals who have already accumulated assets and need those assets looking after. That being the case, with the complexity about pensions, high tax, high suspicion about high earners, I believe that IFAs will look at all the options, and increasingly this shows that offshore bonds are being considered to be one of those. So I believe offshore bonds will be used more often by more IFAs post RDR.
I think it's really the opportunity there for those IFAs that can react to the changes in regulation the quickest. Almost every market we're seeing increasing regulation, whether in the UK, Hong Kong, Singapore. Globally, regulation is speeding up. There was a time when regulation was maybe stricter in the UK and it took a while to filter out to other markets. But we're seeing regulation come in other markets almost sooner than the UK. So those advisors that can understand the regulation and react to it will be those that will be able to satisfy the customer's needs and guide them through the investment process.
One of the big opportunities at the moment is for IFAs to access a range of multi-currency investment solutions for clients. So at the moment we know that in sterling and in US dollar interest rates are very low, so returns are low. However, on the international spectrum there are other more high-yielding currencies, for example such as the Australian dollar, where if clients are happy to take on currency exposure, they can also increase the real rate of return on their investments. Structured products have become very popular, both onshore and offshore. The added advantage offshore is the ability to access those products, which again are based in a variety of currencies, and importantly linked to a variety of foreign market investment benchmarks, whether that's the US S&P or whether that's a European benchmark. But the offshore world opens all of those investment opportunities up to IFAs and their clients.
We all love a winner, and all of these international financial companies taking home their trophies have worked hard to earn the accolades and recognition such events heap upon them. So who better to tell us the key factors IFAs need to consider when using offshore services?
I think unfortunately now there's a lot more that they need to consider. They need to look at a firm that is financially secure. I think most customers now recognise that every asset can go up and down, even cash. So they do look at firms in a very different way. They also need to look at those firms that can give a very good technical support. Legislation's changing, regulations changing, and so a firm that is able to support the advisor in that will be a valuable asset. They also need a firm that's going to be there for the long term. So it's not always about price, it's more about a company that can ensure that the services remain there in the long term and can continue to improve their proposition through having pitched the products at the right price and have got money to invest in the improvement of their offering.
A key factor to consider is the jurisdiction where they're doing business. Ensuring that they're doing business in a well-regulated jurisdiction must be key. When you look at the islands such as Jersey, Guernsey and the Isle of Man, these are clearly well-regulated, well-run jurisdictions. And then I think you've got to look at your product and service provider. Are these companies of a reputable nature? Have they got good sound financial standing? And have you got clarity on and transparency on fees and products and structures? I think they're the key things that people should look at.
The key factors which IFAs have to consider are, first of all, they have to ensure that they are dealing with a trusted brand, which is very important in this time when confidence is really everything. So a well-known and respected brand is paramount. Secondly, after that, is to look at the actual service proposition from the product provider. Is it a call centre type approach? Is it press 1, press 2? Or is it a person-to-person service that the bank or other provider is prepared to use? So I think service quality is particularly important in the offshore environment.
In a world which is getting ever more complex, I think it's important to make sure that if you're dealing with an offshore life producer, that the company and its parent are absolutely committed to the market and not just a sort of one product wonder only for the UK. Second, it's important where the products are reasonably similar amongst the different product providers, it's important that there is a high commitment to good quality service, systems and indeed tax and trust advice.
The key factors firstly revolve around customer circumstance. I think really knowing their clients' needs and knowing their clients' requirements are absolutely vital. So fact find is really important. Out of that, the implications of taxation with regards to offshore product, given the client's new country of residence, is really important. And also taking into account future countries which the client might move to. The other big factor is always cost. What is the cost of the product to the customer, and how is that going to impact on the product achieving its financial goals? And lastly, investment choice is also a vital element with regards to any financial product. And again, adequate choice there of products which are relevant and effective are vital.